We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca.
And together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
Welcome back here on Real Sports Live. Mark Molina takes a side step. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. We're having internet issues and almost right on cue as we are in the bottom of the sixth inning with the East All-Stars on top of the score 15-8. 9-inning game here tonight as it's the All-Star game, and so they have extended play here. So we'll go well into the night here on this broadcast. Couple misses out of the strike zone. It's now a 3-1 count leading off here for the West All-Stars. Is Luke Smith. Flies that one into short left field. That's going to drop for a hit. And a leadoff single for Cal Allen's Luke Smith. Make that Daniel Trevino for the hit. Daniel Trevino out of Sinton with the hit. And it brings up Taliso Midway's Christian Benavides. Not sure what happened on our broadcast, and I'm not certain where we're at as far as the number of fans that are on base with us. But share the link if you lost it. I know we're experiencing some internet issues right now. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike one to Christian Benavides. With a runner down at first base after the leadoff single here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Working from the stretch, next pitch to Benavides is up high a little bit for ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. East scored two in the top of the first to get us going. Answered as the West doubled that score with 4 in the bottom of the first. Swinging a big swing, but a miss by Benavides. Scoring continues in the top of the second when the East put a tally across. Added 3 more in the third to double their score. Led 6-4 at the time. West tallied a run in the bottom of the third, made it a 6-5 game. And the East extended the lead with 2 more in the fifth, followed by 3 on the West side. So it was a close game. That one sails away from everything, gets behind this catcher, goes back to the screen, and down to second base goes the runner. 7 runs across in the top of the sixth inning by the East have opened this thing up to the 7-run lead in which they enjoy right now. Benavides at the plate. Down at second base is Trevino, who led it off with a single. Base runners is what the West All-Stars are needing right now. And then you start worrying about scoring runs, but you just need base runners just to get this thing going. Benavides waits. Here's a 3-2. High, ball 4. First 2 have reached for the West All-Stars. Benavides joins Trevino. And here comes from King High School, Eddie Molina. And Molina instantly has an opportunity here to start cutting into this East All-Star lead. West have been chasing him since that third inning after losing that 4-2 lead. Ball 1 misses. First 2 have reached here in the sixth. Molina at the plate, waits, swings, hits it on the fly. Short right field. Right fielder right there makes the catch. Runner tags at second. A good strong throw into third base. Holds him right there. 1 down in the inning. That brings in Refugio's Ethan Perez. Perez with an RBI opportunity as a runner down in scoring position. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch, takes it in there for a strike. R.J. Carrillo out of Alice on the mound working this 6th inning. We've had a carousel of pitchers for both teams. Ball high, evens a count of 1-1. 1 ball and a strike on Ethan Perez. Perez stands in from the right side, waiting. Here's the 1-1. Swings, hits it on the ground, right back to the pitcher. 1 play to first, out there. Everyone advances up to second and third. Perez is retired, 2 down in the inning. And it'll take a 2-out something for the West All-Stars. And it will be all eyes on Austin Schwartz out of Cuero as he steps to the plate. Needing a 2-out hit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run scores. They'll hold the other runner up. It's a 15-8 game on an RBI single by Schwartz. Schwartz gets the hit. That drives in the run. And that brings up Corey Can out of Victoria East. First pitch swinging. Swung through it, strike 1. A 2-out hit, plates a run for the West All-Stars. They scored 4 in the first, another in the third, 3 in the fifth, 1 here in the 6th. And that's not enough. They need more. Ball outside, evens a count of 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Can. We head to the 7th inning after this, but this is a 9-inning contest, so there's still plenty of time here for the East All-Stars. Can takes one a little high. 2 balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 out, or check that, 1 on, 2 out here in the inning. Throw to first, safe over there. Leisurely toss by the right-handed pitcher. A 2-1 count on Corey Can. Here it is. Takes it high. Ball 3. A hit, a walk, another hit. The inning continues. There are 2 aboard for the East. Runners on the corners, first and third. With 2 outs. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a foul ball back and out of play. They say that's Can, but I'm not certain it is. Can on the roster we were given is wearing number 5. But at the plate, number 15, we'll say it's Can. We'll follow the lead of the public address announcer. Throw to first again, back in time. Runner over there. Short lead over at third as well on these throws to first. A lot of times you'll see that runner at first draw the throw, allowing a runner to break off of third. Nothing doing thus far. Line drive, foul ball, right field side. That's out of play. Off the bat of Corey Can. 9 runs, 11 hits for the West All-Stars. They've been out hit 13-11, but have committed 5 errors in tonight's game. Uncharacteristic of an all-star game to have that many errors. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, low, a walk, and the bases are loaded. West All-Stars loading the bases. And here's Jake Payne. Payne will stand in from the left side with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 6th. First pitch coming. Takes it away, ball 1. Appreciate you fans tuning in wherever you may be. I know we lost the internet service. I know it's choppy right now. Sometimes when we're at the mercy of a hot spot. Things do happen. And that's what's occurring. Thank you, T-Mobile. With the 2-0 count. And the pitch. Ball inside. This gets away. Runners advancing, and they'll score another run. Runners move up to second and third. Second run of the inning comes across. 10th run of the game. It's a 15-10 game. And a 3-0 count on Jake Payne, who now becomes even more dangerous with a 3-0 count and 2 runners in scoring position. You can't necessarily lay one in there. He could deliver a 2 RBI something here. Swinging, fouls it away, strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 out. Quero at the plate. Alice on the mound. The pitch, low. Ball 4, a walk. Bases loaded. And that brings up from Bishop High School, DJ Reyna. Before Reyna takes the at bat, he heads down the third base line to talk things over with Coach. You look at an inning like this with 2 runs across, bases loaded, and you're still saying for the West All-Stars they're looking for that one big hit in the inning. Reyna has an opportunity here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Reyna is ready. Nowhere to put him as the bases are loaded. The pitch coming. Takes it away, ball 1. 1-0 to Reyna. Runner down at third. That's Austin Schwartz. Reyna at the plate, waits, swings, hits it on the ground. That's a base hit. Past the diving shortstop. 1 run scores. Second run coming in. The throw, not in time. Safe there, a 2 RBI single off the bat, Reyna. Makes it a 15-12 game. And the inning continues. And Noah Sanchez will step up for Foul Furious. 2 RBI single by DJ Reyna. And now Sanchez most likely will be seeing a new pitcher as there's a conference on the mound. And when he does, he'll be standing at the batter's box representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th. This after 4 runs across. New pitcher, we'll tell you who it is after this on Real Sports Live. And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here.
organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Back here at Corpus Christi, Texas on a Sunday night, the Coaches All-Star game coming your way from Cabinets Field. East All-Stars leading 15-12, but here in the bottom of the sixth inning, the West All-Stars certainly have something going here. New pitcher, John Martinez from London High School, and how about his week? Talk about that here in just a moment. Steps on the mound with 2 aboard. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike called. Noah Sanchez at the plate from Falfurrias. Right-handed hitter. Stands in representing the tying run here in a 15-12 game. Time is called as Martinez steps out. Martinez, what did he do this week? Well, traveled to the state semifinals and on to the state championship game. Here's a high fly ball. Foul ball out of play. Martinez and the London Ball Club came ever so close to winning it all, capturing a victory in the final game of the season. Lost in a heartbreaking 8-7 final. Here's the next pitch. Outside. Wasted pitch on an 0-2 count. And it goes 1-2 on Noah Sanchez. Sanchez waits, has to protect the plate. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and Martinez gets the job done. John Martinez in relief for London in the All-Star game. Gets a strikeout, preserves the lead. We head to the 7th. East All-Stars lead this one 15-12. This is Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 7th inning, Mark Molina here, back on the mic after a cameo from Joe Bowling. And leading things off, Hondo Bierstead from Freer. lead things off here for the East All-Stars as they lead 15-12. The West putting up 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to bring things a little bit closer. But it's still a 3-point game, 3-run game. And that first pitch comes in for ball number 1. And coming in and pitching for the West, it looks like this is Justin Morales out of Robstown, number 19. So the count 2-0 here for Bierstedt, the leadoff man for the East here in the top of the 7th inning. And this next pitch comes in, called ball 3. Count 3-0 here for Bierstedt, the leadoff man out of Freer. And a pitch from Morales, 4 pitches, 4 balls. And it's going to draw a walk here on the leadoff man. So it's going to be runner on. And Blake Bazell out of Victoria West coming to the plate. With a runner on first and nobody out. His team up 3 runs, 15-12. And Bazell right to the pitcher. Nice catch, throwing it over to second for the force. Or just a line drive there. Caught. Nice play there for 1 out. So after the force, here comes Campos, and save it first is Blake Bazell. 1 down with a runner on here in the top of the 7th inning. This pitch comes in, called strike 1. And this Cy Campos out of Alice. And this pitch in for ball 1. Evens the count now. 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner at first for Campos here on top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch from Morales. This one comes in outside for ball 2. And the count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Alice's Cy Campos. And the count 2-1. And here's the pitch from Morales. This one, little outside, high for ball 3. And the count 3-1 here for Campos. He's ahead of the count here, 3-1. And here's a throw over to first, and Bazell back on the bag easily there. And the count 3-1. And the count 3-1, and that's going to be ball 4, and it's going to be a walk for Campos. So 2 on now after the walk. So runners at first and second, 1 out here, and here's going to be RJ Carrillo coming to the plate out of Alice, so following Campos. 2 on, 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th, the East All-Stars leading by 3 runs, 15-12. East has brought in 15 runs, 13 hits, aided by 5 errors on the West side. And looking at the West, they've driven in 12 runs on 12 hits and just 1 error over on the East defense. Little snapshot of the game here. Just you're looking at the East. They've plated runs in 5 of the 6 innings, and we're here in the 7th, and there's another error there, and another couple of runners moving over, and the runners at second and third now. And the count 1-0 here for Carrillo. And runners now in scoring position for him. And the count 1-0. And this pitch outside for ball 2. So the East 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, none in the fourth, but another 2 runs come across in the 5th and 7 in the 6th inning. And here they are with 1 out and runners at second and third looking for more as this pitch comes and gets away on the pass ball, and another runner is going to come in and make that 6 out of 7 innings. The East have brought runners in, and now a runner at third, and the count 3-0 with 1 down. So RJ Carrillo well ahead of the count here, and a runner waiting at third. It's his teammate from Alice, Cy Campos, and Carrillo watches this pitch go by, and he's going to be walked, and that's going to put runners at the corner. And there's a couple of coyotes there. So 2 on, 1 out. And it's going to bring up Jacob Espinosa out of Santa Gertrudis. 2 on, 1 out here. A runner coming across here for the East in the top of the 7th. 4-run lead, 16-12. As Espinosa fouls this one off. And the count 0-1. We have had a home run in the game. That one back in the bottom of the first. And this one hit over. And a nice play there on the infield. They don't get the... They got both runners there, so... So the runner out at second, then thrown out in time to first, and that's 2 down here. But another run comes in. So 2 runs across here on top of the 7th. It's 17-12 with the East on top. And Chris Garcia out of Ben Bolt coming to the plate. Runner at first. And sliding in safely to second is Jacob Espinosa. So the count 0-1 for Chris Garcia out of Ben Bolt, Palito Blanco. Representing the Badgers, 0-1 count. 2 down here and a runner on second. And that runner is Jacob Espinosa. Count 1-1. And this one going to be fouled off. Into the net behind them. The count moves to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down and a runner at second for the East All-Stars here on the top of the 7th. And Ben Bolt's Chris Garcia at the plate, facing Robstown's Justin Morales on the mound for the West All-Stars. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. And another base stolen here by Jacob Espinosa as he slides in safely to third. And runner at third now, and The count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And pitched in for ball 3, and the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes for Chris Garcia. And a 3-2 pitch on the way. And that one, pass ball, and a runner's going to come in, and that's going to be Jacob Espinosa for another run. And the lead is 6 once again, 18-12. And runner at first on the walk. And here's Corpus Christi Carroll's Gilbert Gonzalez now with a runner at first. And 2 down. And Gonzalez pops this one up, and getting under it is Dalton Alford at third base for the 3rd out of the inning. But the East All-Stars put across 3 more runs in the top of the 7th. It's an 18-12 lead for the East All-Stars. We're Real Sports Live. Keep it here. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back.
Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa.
Educate and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th inning, and no, not 3 more outs. We're going 9 here. This All-Star game, and leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th for the West All-Stars, representing HM King, Justin Guzman, as he faces London's John Martinez on the mound. And the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one gets away, drop 3rd strike. And getting on base is going to be Justin Guzman, who's going to be safe at first. So 1 on here. And here's going to be Christian Barrios with the runner on, no outs here, and a 6-run deficit for the West All-Stars. And Barrios sends this one up high and over the dugout down first base for foul ball, and the count 0-1. Only in an All-Star game, folks, could you score 12 runs and record 12 hits, be down by 6 in the 7th inning. The East All-Stars, as we talked about, consistency, only coming up empty in the 4th inning. Other than that, they've put across multiple runs in 5 of the 6 innings they've scored, and they've scored in 6 of the 7 innings that they've come to the plate so far. 2 runs in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, none in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 7 in the 6th, and 3 in the top of the 7th, and leaving the West All-Stars as going to be a strikeout here for Barrios. And representing Orange Grove is going to be Tyler Barr. Coming to the plate, One down and a runner on first. And the West All-Stars, mentioned not too shabby, 12 runs on 12 hits. 4 runs in the bottom of the first, none in the second, 1 in the third, none in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and 4 in the sixth. And that first pitch comes in for ball number 1, count 1-0. And this one's swing and a miss from Barr. Strike number 1. And 1's all the way across. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner at first. It's pitch from Martinez. This one a little low and outside for ball 2. And wherever you guys are watching, make sure to give this video a like, a share, let everybody know that you're watching, and pass the word along that Real Sports Live has got your back. If you're not able to attend, we're here for you. Or if you just want to catch this later on, it will be available there on our archives if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. You can see our live stream games plus our previously live broadcast all there. That's Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live, wherever you guys do social media. And this is going to be a walk here for Barr. And it's going to put runners at first and second with 1 down. And from Karn City, Rylan Whiting. 2 on and 1 down here. Also want to remind everybody later on this week, Real Sports Live magazine edition. And this pass ball is going to allow runners to move over to second and third. But yes, Real Sports Live, the magazine edition, wrapping up all the spring sports from May on. And that's track, that's softball, that's baseball. We're going to look at signings and much, much more. So just make sure to be on the lookout later on this week. Keep an eye on our social media and we'll let you know where you can get your copy. And this one, bounce over to third, and here's the throw, gets away. And a run is going to come in. 2 runs are going to come in on the fielding error on the throw over to first. And that's going to be out at home for Tyler Barr, but one's going to come across. And Whiting's going to get over to second, so 1 run comes across, 1 out at home, and 2 down here, and Whiting gets to second on the error. And Jacob Lozano out at Ingleside coming to the plate with a runner on, 2 down here in the inning. It's a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Martinez. Called ball 1, and count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, and a runner on for the West All-Stars. Bottom of the 7th, and this pitch from Martinez in. Good for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. And Lozano gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. And 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a runner at second after that foul ball. And speaking of spring sports, here at Cavendish, we have this baseball game, and we had the CBCA softball game earlier. You could find that one, as we mentioned, on our social media accounts. Go back and watch that one, as Kevin Naro was on the call for that game. And here is a throw from catcher to first for the 3rd out to end the inning. So the West puts across 1 more run, but they still trail by 5, and we're through 7. The East All-Stars lead the West 18-13. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? Add a piece of cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 8th inning, and the East All-Stars up to bat, and leading things off is Walter Yannick for the East All-Stars, and new pitcher in at the plate, I believe, is Dalen Pena for the West All-Stars. And Yannick is going to fly out to deep left for out number 1. And 1 down. And coming up to the plate for Gregory Portland is going to be Malachi Lott for the East All-Stars here in the top of the 8th inning. That first pitch in, ball 1. And Lott is going to foul this one off down the first base line. Even the count up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top of the 8th. And I'm sure the Gregory Portland batter is very familiar with Benya and the Veterans Memorial Eagles, finishing 1-2 these teams in District 29 5A this season. And there's some really good teams in that district that on the outside looking in, namely Flower Bluff. Carroll with a late run snuck in there. He's had a heck of an end to their district season to come up and eventually making a run to the 3rd round, as did the rest of the district playoff contenders, as Lott is going to send this one into right field, and he's going to come across, and he's going to stretch it into a triple as he comes in to 3rd base. Oh, and they got the error. So it was a base hit and out the error, taking up a couple of bases. Did Lott, so. So 1 down. And coming in from Beeville, Garrett Luke. And Luke sends this one in the center, and that's going to be an RBI single for him. And another run's going to come across for the East All-Stars and make that 7 of 8. And a runner at first. And one down for John Martinez. Martinez looked sharp on the mound, came in the bottom of the 6th to get the final out after the West All-Stars came out and put up 4 runs, was able to get that final out, and then comes up, allows just 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, and pretty solid considering the way things have gone here. So pretty solid outing on the mound for him, going 1 1/3 so far and up to the plate here, and he's going to send this one deep into center, and this one's going to be a ground rule double. And Martinez having a heck of a night, and that's going to put runners at second and third. So coming to the plate now to Rockport Fulton, Samuel Mays, runners in scoring position for him, 1 out. And a runner has come across so far here in the 8th, and it's a 19-13 East lead, and they're looking to add to that 6-run lead. And that first pitch in for ball 1. For Rockport Fulton, Samuel Mays. So Pena delivers this next pitch. This one a little low outside for ball 2. And the count 2-0 for Mays. And check swing there and pitch in right down the middle for strike 1. Count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Mays. He's got runners at second and third. Got Garrett Luke at third and John Martinez at second. And after that pitch, he's ahead of count 3-1 is Mays. And the 3-1 pitch on the way outside. Mays is going to get the walk, and that's going to be bases loaded for the East All-Stars. And Josh Moreno from Banquete. The golden opportunity here, bases juiced. 1 out here. And top of the 8th. And we're going to have a new pitcher here for the West All-Stars. And it looks like this is going to be number 24. This is going to be Luke Smith, I believe, out of Cal Allen as he warms up on the mound. So while he takes a couple of warm-up pitches, we're going to take a quick break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 8th inning. New pitcher in there for the West All-Stars on the mound. That's number 24, Luke Smith, and he's taking on Banquete's Josh Moreno. count 1-0, and Moreno gets a piece of that one, fouls it off, and evens up the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out, and the base is loaded as the East All-Stars trying to add to that lead. They lead 19-13. They brought in 19 runs on 16 hits. Combined 32 runs here and 28 hits in this senior All-Star game. And we've had so far 15 half innings, and only 3 of them came up scoreless. And of those remaining 12, only 4 had just 1 runs. The rest, multiple runs coming in. So the count 3-1 here for Moreno. And this one outside, and it's going to be a walk, and a runner's going to be walked in, and call it 20. 20-13 the lead here, and the base is loaded. And Joey Naranjo comes to the plate, sees that pitch go by for strike number 1. Naranjo fouls that one off. The count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Fremont's Joey Naranjo. And this pitch comes in. Down middle, a little high for ball 1. Count 1-2. And count 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases loaded here for Fremont's Naranjo. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, and down he goes. 2 down. 2 down, bases loaded, and coming to the plate. For these All-Stars, going to be Miller's Adrian Ortiz. And the count 1-0 here, and next pitch comes in for ball 2. So Ortiz with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And Ortiz is going to foul that one off. And the count going to move to 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike here. And this pitch on that low outside corner for strike 2, and the count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. This is a 9-inning All-Star game. And this one a bouncer over to third, and third baseman can't make the play as a runner's going to come in, and the base is going to still stay loaded as Ortiz reaches on an error, and the base is still loaded with another run coming across. So base is loaded, and coming to the plate, James Pedales from Moody. His team now up 8 with the bases loaded. And this is going to be a pass ball, high and outside, and a runner's going to come in and call it 22. So, with that pass ball, a run comes in, and runners are now at the corner for Perales. And it's a 22-13 game, and it's 2-0 count. This pitch comes in for strike number 1, 2-1 the count now. Here's the pitch from Smith, and this one going to be fouled off by Perales, and he's going to even the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 2 on. And swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that's going to end the inning. A couple of runners stay stranded, but 4 more come across for the East All-Stars as they now lead 22-13. That's 35 total runs, ladies and gentlemen, on 28 hits. And we are through 7.5, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live.
I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jacob Lozano leading off for the West All-Stars. And the bottom of the inning, and the West All-Stars trailing by 9, 22-13. So he fouls off that one. And on the mound, I believe this is number 20, Gilbert Gonzalez for Carroll. This pitch outside, and the count now 2-1. Mentioned the Carroll Tigers had to fight and claw to get into the postseason. They got some big wins down the stretch over some good teams like Flower Bluffs and Veterans Memorial, Gregory Portland. Arguably the hottest team going into the postseason this year. Make a run to the 3rd round. Here's Gonzalez going to walk Lozano. So Lozano gets on via walk, and here comes Aiden Pettis. So one on here in the bottom of the 8th. And this pitch comes in low for ball 1. This one over to the shortstop, and the 6-4-3 double play turn there. Just nicely done there. And the East makes a nice play on the infield. Check that on the replay. As Lane Schneider comes up, we'll check out the replay. This one just hit right towards the shortstop and just boom, boom. So 2 down in the inning, and Lane Schneider out of goalie ad comes to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. There's 6-4-3 double play. That's the first double play turned tonight. Not a lot of defense, as you can see. 28 hits, 35 runs, and 6 total errors. Fortunately for the West, 5 of those belong to them. And the count 2-1 here for Schneider. Here's the pitch from Gonzalez. Delivers that one down the middle for strike 2. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the West All-Stars. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and this one high gets away from the catcher for ball 3, and we have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the count full, and here's a 3-2 pitch on the way from Gonzalez, and Schneider is going to get a piece of that one and foul it off over the first base dugout. And the count 3-2. And here's the 3-2 pitch. This one high and inside. And Schneider's going to draw a walk. And Luke Smith out of Cal Allen coming to the plate. He's got a runner on with 2 outs. And the West either can muster a little bit of 2-out magic here. As Luke Smith comes to the plate. He's got Schneider on base. And this one's going to get away, and Schneider's going to move over to second on the pass ball. I want to thank everybody who's joining us, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Make sure to give everybody a heads up that you're watching. Share this, pass the link along, and this one will stay up, and whoever didn't catch it live. And here's the throw over to first, and a run's going to come in on an error, and the runner saved that. Schneider sliding home. And Smith save it first on the error. So from Port Lavaca Calhoun, Dalton Outford coming to the plate. Runner on first, a run scores. And it's now a 8-run lead for the East All-Stars as the West puts up another run. As mentioned, only in an All-Star game, ladies and gentlemen, the West has put up runs in the last 4 innings, 9 to be exact, and they are down by 8. And that's just looking at the East and what they've done in the last 4 innings. They put up 2 in the 5th, 7 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and 4 in the 8th. And the count 3-0 here for Alford. And we look to the bullpens, and they are quiet and empty. Nobody warming up. So, looks like it's going to be Gonzalez the rest of the way here. Well, it's got 1 more inning. And Alford is going to draw the walk. So we got runners at first and second, and Dalen Pena from Veterans Memorial coming to the plate. And this first pitch in for ball number 1. So runners at first and second, 2 down. Count 1-0. For Dalen Pena. And we've seen Dalen Pena go yard in this very park. Of course, it's its own park, but recently and in the postseason, he's homered here, so we know he's got it in him. 2 runners on. The count 2-1. That one on the way, and the runners are going to move over now, and runners now at second and third. And the count now 3-1. That pitch in, called strike 2. And the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes for Dalen Pena. Against pitcher Gilbert Gonzalez. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing, miss, strike number 3. And that's going to end the inning here. And the run comes across for the West, but they trail 22-14. Headed to the 9th, ladies and gentlemen. The East All-Stars in front. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Hi.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, top of the 9th inning. The East All-Stars in front of the West, 22-14. And Darian Rodriguez out of Mathis at the plate. And the count's 1-1 here for Rodriguez. And this one popped up and falls in front of the pitcher. And the runner's going to be safe at first. So the East puts one on here in the top of the 9th. And from Banqueta is going to be Aaron Sweatish. I believe this on the mound is Noah Sanchez Falfurias. This pitch outside, and the count now 2-0 for Sweatish. One on, nobody out. And the throw over to second and sliding in safely is Darian Rodriguez, and the count 3-0 now, and the runner moving over to second. So runner at second, nobody out, 3-0 count for Sweatish. This pitch high and outside for ball 4. It's going to be a walk here for Sweatish, and runners at first and second. And Ryan Tomisi coming to the plate for the East All-Stars. 2 on, nobody out. And Tomasi sends this one to center, and the center fielder slides in, but albeit a little bit short. And that's going to be a RBI double. And a run's going to come across, and that's going to be Rodriguez to make it a 9-run lead. And it's Cody Torres with runners at second and third now. And nobody out. And Torres is going to foul this one off. Over to the right. And the count 0-1. And this pitch fired in there for ball number 1. Count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch, this one in low for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, nobody out, and 2 runners on. And another run's going to come in on that ground out. So now 2 runs across here. It's 24-14. And runners at the corner now. And Damon Vieira out of Benavides. 1 down and runners at the corners. And this pitch comes in for ball 1. And this pitch in down the middle for strike 1, and count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runners on. Here in the top of the 9th, and another inning with multiple runs. That's 7 on the night for the East All-Stars. Have driven in 24 runs on 18 hits. And the count here 1-2 for Vieira. This pitch comes in a little high for ball 2. Count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to be a strikeout for Vieta. 2 down. A runner at third. And here comes Hondo Bierstedt. The runner on. And 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. And that pitch comes in for ball number 1. Count 1-0. Bierstedt swings, makes contact, fouls it off, and the count even at 1. And this pitch gets away from the catcher, and a run's going to come in on a pass ball. And yet another run, and it's a 25-14 ball game. So 2 down and nobody on for Hondo Bierstedt. And the count 2-1. Bierstedt's going to pop this one up and foul it off. And the count going to be evened up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 9th. 3 runs come across here for the East All-Stars. Bierstedt going to foul this one off once again. To the right side, a little bit past the dugout. And the count going to stay even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Bierstedt right back to the pitcher, who's going to make the underhanded throw to first for the 3rd out. And 3 more runs come across, and it's a 25-14 East lead. And the West All-Stars are going to come to the plate in the bottom of the 9th with a really, really big uphill climb as they trail by 11 runs. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. This is Real Sports Live.
And I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Starting the bottom of the ninth, Sergio Guerra, who's already hit one home run, hits this one into left center, and for a leadoff double. So a runner at second for the West All-Stars, and they need that and much, much more as they trail by 11 runs, 25-14. I believe the pitcher now on the mound for the East All-Stars is Cody Torres. And batting for the West All-Stars is going to be Kennedy's J-Ren Salice. One on and nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And here's the pitch from Cody Torres. And this pitch from Torres, good for ball two, in the count 2-0. And Guerra on the move, and he's going to be safe at third. So runner at third for the West All-Stars, and count 2-1 for J-Ren Salice. This pitch outside for ball three. And the count 3-1. Here's the pitch from Torres. Swing miss from Salice for strike number two, and the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch. Bouncer, and the shortstop comes up to get it and makes the throw, but not in time. And Salice is going to be safe at first. And a run going to come across. So it's a 10-run game. Here comes Sinton's Daniel Trevino. And this pitch comes in for strike number one. And Trevino up the middle. And he's going to ground out to second, and the runner's going to advance, and one down. So one out here in the bottom of the ninth. Runner at second. And coming up to the plate for Tolosa Midway, Christian Benavides with the one down and a runner at second. And first pitch in for ball one. And nearing the end here of a 9-inning game, spanned more than 3 hours as this pitch into left field, hit by Benavides, and that's going to bring a runner in, an RBI double for him.
Good effort.
And it's a 25-16 game, and a runner at second, and 2 runs coming across for the West, and the lead inside double digits. And here's Corpus Christi Kings Eddie Molina, no relation, coming to the plate. And this first pitch from Torres coming in, called for strike one. It's safe at third. The count 1-1 for Molina. Runner in scoring position. And this ball gets away from the catcher, and another run's going to come across on a pass ball. And it's an 8-run game as the West puts across 3 runs here. With just 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. As we know, ladies and gentlemen, in the game of baseball, everything's possible, especially what I've seen in the last week. Especially what I've seen in the last probably 48 hours at the state tournament championship game. And the London Pirates cruising, and Malakoff puts up his best inning of the day. And here in an all-star game, it's definitely possible as just continue to get runners on, and the West has put across 3. They trailed by 11 coming in to the bottom of the 9th. Still trailed by 8 runs. But here's Molina battling. Full count, 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way, and Molina is going to send this one foul. And the count's going to stay full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Torres on the mound. Delivers the 3-2 pitch. On its way, gets across, and it's going to be a walk, and Molina going to take his base. So we're going to put a runner on now, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. And coming to the plate next for the West, I believe this is Refugio's Ethan Bettis. Let's get a piece of this one and foul it off for strike 1. And this pitch comes in outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And a runner at first. Here's the pitch high and inside. And the count 2-1 for Ethan Bettis. 2 balls, 1 strike. And swing and a miss for Bettis for strike number 2. Evens the count up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner on here in the bottom of the 9th. East leading the West 25-17. And Pettis is going to blast this one into right field. It falls fair. And runner coming across. And that's going to be an RBI triple. And another run scores for the West here. And that's going to be the 4th run. And a runner now at 3rd. It's 25-18. And it's going to be Austin Schwartz coming in for the West All-Stars representing Guero. And looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. And they're going to go back to Martinez. And Martinez has played well. He's looked sharp on the mound. And we mentioned came in, I believe it was in the 4th inning, inherited some, the 6th inning, there was 4 runs that came across. He inherited some runners, and then a run scores on an error in the 7th, and he, Looked like he was coming to the mound, but this is going to be Perales for Moody. Excuse me, I believe that's going to be... Yep, it is going to be James Perales for Moody. So while he takes a warm-up pitch or two, we're going to take a quick break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rod Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the ninth, Perales on the mound for the East, and he's facing Austin Schwartz. Runner on third, one out. Here in the bottom of the ninth. And the count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And this next pitch comes in for ball 2, 2-1. This pitch low and outside for ball 3. And the count 3-1, and this one low, and Schwartz is going to take his base on a walk. So with the runners at first and third, Victoria East's Corey Can coming to the plate. Let's see if Corey can bring in some runs here, because the West needs them badly. And this first pitch comes in for ball 1. This one getting away from the catcher for ball 2, and runner moves over to second, so runner's now at second and third with 1 out here. And the count 2-0 for Corey Can. And another pass ball here, and another run's going to score for the West. And the lead is now 6 as the West All-Stars bring in 5 runs here, and this their best inning so far. And the count now 3-1 for Corey Can. Or 3-0, excuse me, with the runner at third. And Can pops this one up and into deep left, and the play's made, and he's going to fly out for out number 2. And that's going to be a sac fly as the runner's going to come across. And 2 down, and a runner scores. And it's 25-20, 45 total runs, ladies and gentlemen. 34 total hits. So Jake Payne up to the plate, nobody on. With 2 out here, as the West All-Stars down to their final out. And this pitch high and gets across for ball 1. Here's the next pitch from Perales, and Payne foul this one off. Even up the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And swing and a miss here for Payne for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Perales. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for this here. 25-20, the East All-Stars defeat the West All-Stars. They drive in 25 runs on 18 hits. And the West All-Stars driving 20 runs on 16 hits. The West All-Stars with 5 errors and 1 for the East. And that's official stats here on the scoreboard. And just the East All-Stars put up runs in 8 of the 9 innings. They put up 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, none in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 7 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh, 4 in the 8th, and 3 in the 9th. And the West All-Stars 4 in the first, none in the second, 1 in the third, none in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 4 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh, 1 in the 8th, and 6 here in the bottom of the 9th. And that's going to do it here from Cabinets Field at the CBCA All-Star Game. And thank you all for joining us. Make sure to go follow us on all our social media networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Wherever you do social media, we are there. And on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube, you'll be able to find our live streams along with our archive live streams wherever you guys do social media. So that's Real Sports Live, RIOSportsLive.com. And make sure to follow our social media and look out for the Real Sports Live magazine coming out later this week. So that and much, much more coming. Just keep an eye out for us, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, it's a 25-20 win for the East All-Stars over the West. And coming to you from Cabinets Field, I'm Mark Molina, and for Real Sports Live, we want to say have a wonderful night.